What's up, guys? We're back. More Witch on the Holy Night. I love Typhoon.
Woo.
I love Typhoon.
We already know. It was very apparent for like
Fate.
every single playthrough.
The Typhoon women. Oh, God.
I mean, you do enjoy this, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm back here with Kaylocat, and it's me, Soundies, and we're back again. Let's go.
Let's go. Wait, oh, you didn't start at the menu this time? Okay.
No, we didn't start the menu. We're continuing. We're continuing on.
If you say so.
We're continuing on. You're watching this in a playlist, probably. It's probably better if you don't start the menu.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Let's just go. Let's just go. Alko did not stop by the faculty room before heading home. While Mr. Yamashiro's offer to drive her home was tempting, he decided to openly be far more satisfied to ruin his day, just as he had her. Damn, Christ, damn.
This is just never going to come back. It's like, wow, they're taking a very long time to tour the school.
My girl has anger energy in her 24/7. She walked as quietly as she could toward the entrance and opened her bright red umbrella. That definitely doesn't mean anything. As she predicted that morning, the rain was waning in the afternoon. At this rate, it probably ceased completely in an hour or so. The distant sunshine would have likely reached her by the time she arrived home. What do you think the red umbrella? What do you think that red umbrella means? Wait, didn't I ask this question the first episode?
Yeah, you asked it like the first time you saw the red umbrella, and the only thing you think of was death.
Death. She's gonna die.
Well, more like everybody but her is going to die.
Everyone but her is gonna die. The red umbrella, it shields her from death. There you go. That's why it's red. She shrugged her shoulders in resignation. She neither liked nor disliked rain, but she found herself enjoying her walk home with her red umbrella in hand. The teachers at Misaki High School weren't fond of bright colors, so Ako's red umbrella was an usual sight. A ghost story about how umbrella was once pure white had been making the rounds, but it featured Ako instead of a ghost. So they're saying that her umbrella has blood on it.
Oh, so she is the one who is causing all the death.
Yeah, she's the one giving the insta-death. It was with that umbrella that she made her way towards Misaki Station. Misaki Private High School. Okay, it's private, so I guess it makes sense, right?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Took its namesake from the town it was in. The area was once a sprawl of farmland and woodland, but rapid growth of the last 10 years had led to unprecedented modernization. Urban sprawl.
That's per usual.
There were some who fought to preserve Misaki's natural treasures. Who's this guy? Is it the principal?
Of course.
Oh, the mayor. With those words, the mayor snuffed out the voice of the minority and ushered in a long-term plan for new urban development. More than enough funds for the urban development were collected. An unassuming town of Misaki became the largest municipality of Misaki City in merely 10 years. Even though it lacked the modernity of neighboring Yashirogi, or the elegance of Misaki Hills.
I
mean, they might have.
Okay, that's really nice.
I mean, yeah, it looks very, very urban.
Urban-y. Look at that mountain surrounding the city. Now, I wish that was at my city, bro. That'd be pretty cool. I like that.
No, I feel like there's some like climate implications for having like mountains surrounding you, though.
You probably wouldn't get a lot of wind, or maybe like there's like high winds come through like the in between the mountains. Urbanization had contained to the lowlands around the station. Most of the hills and mountains still standing as they did 10 years prior. The exhaustion of funds succeeded in protecting the old Misaki where the citizens could not. It became a truly odd suburban town, welcoming an increasingly urban population with vestiges of old country charm. Misaki High School.
What you're saying is like at one point it was basically the same place that the guy had come from.
Basically,
middle of nowhere.
The middle of nowhere turned to an urban sprawl. So yeah. Misaki High School was a private school established long before the town's current state. The original campus, built 50 years ago, was located high up in the mountains, making its current location its second incarnation. The path to the old grounds was not only steep and remote, it had become an overgrown game trail with the passage of time. For these reasons, among others, Misaki High School had been shuttered until almost 20 years ago, and received a donation.
Wait, so they moved the school?
I guess so. Until
like so much work.
When it received donation from the apartment church chain that allowed the construction of a new campus in the city. I see. Yeah. Path to old grounds. Oh, okay, yeah. So they moved the school down, I guess, and they made it again.
I mean, that would be an annoying trek otherwise.
That's true. It's like your grandpa said, I had to run up the hill both ways. They were right. They are right. And thus, Misaki High School reopened its doors, and the old Woodland campus forgotten. I can't wait to go to the old campus in some kind of murder plot where some bad guy has kidnapped us and we're there now.
Say, I was like, there's going to be like a secret society up there. It's like, we never wanted the school to move to begin with, and they're trying to overthrow the new school.
And this is where the Holy Grail War starts.
A fight for a school.
A fight for our school. In fact, most of the students attending Misaki High School were not from Misaki at all. They're from Tokyo. The hardy,
Immigrants.
They're all immigrants, all of them. I hate them. Oh god. The hardy rustic people of the country town prefer professional schools to private ones. I would too.
Too expensive.
I know. Truth be told, Aoko herself was one of them. All she had wanted after junior high was to move to Tokyo, where she hoped to spend her days touring her favorite bands on her way to entering public university. Damn, she's kind of like a normal girl.
Yeah, like normal.
But
normal city girl.
But her hopes were dashed with her sister's departure, so here she was, walking alone in town, with only a red umbrella to keep her company, or what should have been a day off.
思い返してみると、 私の人生ってなんか災難続きっぽい。
She sounds like a girl who would like be emo, listen to like My Chemical Romance and like like all those like.
She sounds like a very general girl her age, basically.
I tried so hard and got so far. Her frustration.
But in the end, it didn't even matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Evaporated into cold December air.
でもま、いっか。退屈だけはしないわけだし。
Yes, at least you have.
I was thinking positively for like the first time ever.
Oh well, at least it's not boring. With those words, her mood brightened up as a bit as she left the school on her way. The busier part of town met her at the bottom of the gently sloping road.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, this gave me trauma. As an
You see
isekai
the
guy.
stoplight. You see the crosswalk. She's about to get isekai'd.
Oh my god, it's unique fashion clothes and unique queue.
Wait, what? Oh, interesting.
Where's the LO? Misaki train station was brand new, once looking no prettier than a abandoned factory. It had been renovated to a multi-purpose structure with a huge department stores on the east and west sides. Man, I wish I had that.
That beeping is very, is very prominent.
You love it.
Do we though?
I would love 10 hours of Japanese crosswalk ASMR.
Wait, hold on, give me a sec. I think my cat is destroying something.
Okay, have fun. While he does that, we'll continue. When the department stores first opened, Aoko and her friends had been impressed with their modern feel, but in time, the stores too had become dated. Dated. I don't know why I'm stuttering. It's because I had 4 hours of sleep, guys. Give me a break. She had no shopping to do today, so she passed them by. What she really wanted to do was rest at a cafe, but she fought the urge, knowing her roommate will never let her hear the end of it if she frittered away her money. Was she gonna find the guy in the outlet? Oh my god. Oh.
Alright, what did I miss?
I don't know. It's a slow-mo transition right now. Something's happening.
Whoa.
Okay, well, I'll slow back down.
That's fine. So just give me a synopsis. 5 words.
Synopsis. She was like, damn, this mall. I went with my friends, but I didn't really want to do anything. I just want to go to a cafe.
Great.
Okay. And now we have a slow motion. Maybe she's
Now we have a
gonna
lot of
see
heart
him.
beating.
You think she's gonna see him?
I don't think her heart would be beating this badly if it were just him.
It's because she's seeing him and he's cooking hot dogs.
In the rain, mind you.
She looked back and blinked. For just a moment, she could have sworn she had seen someone suspicious in a red dress at the corner of red dress.
Oh, that's even worse.
Murder.
No, it's him in a red dress.
It's him in a red. He's cross-dressing. That's why she's so like bewildered.
What are you working at?
See, Witch on the Holy Night means like him as the witch. This is a
I'd rather
trans
not,
novel.
actually.
This is a trans ally novel. And must have been her imagination. The sixth sense chill she was experiencing down her spine was feeling at this point. She continued her walk home, brushing up the event, as it never happened. But the supernatural stuff happening now, right? The time the chill faded and all was left with sounds of the town. And this incessant ding ding
Yeah, I mean, if this beeping is basically the entire sound of the town, I would move out immediately.
Get in my head! Get in my head! She sighed heavily as she
This is the
imagined
real
it.
horror right here.
Even if it in her head. Yeah, it's in her head.
Oh, there it is.
She was far from comfortable feeling that she'd linger. Oh, finally, it's over!
夏場の方ってもう少しこう
Yeah.
Do they though? Do they really? I feel like you have to like put them out. You have to like kill them before they stop buzzing.
Ah, God, I hate mosquitoes. They're my war enemy. She grumbled under her breath. Where I used to live in, it was so bad.
商業無常と
Yes, I hope
There
that's
were too many big words there.
I know, right? I'm like, I can't translate that.
そうそう忙しさに愚痴を言っても始まらないわ
Fortunately, summer and bugs go hand in hand. She could see how bugs can be drawn to all the sweet fruit.
Wait, hold on. It's not summer though.
Is it winter?
Yeah, it's November.
It's November. I guess so, yeah. Well, I guess she's just saying, like, oh, she can see how summer is like that.
Oh.
Is he working? Is he working? Or is he at a cafe? My boy's working at a restaurant. Raked with grease and heat, the kitchen was closed off for the time being. The lunch rush has come and gone, but one last battle remained, dinner time. Only after the evening chaos could the kitchen crew remove their white armor and call it a day.
Armor indeed.
Armor indeed, and he starts taking off all his clothes. In the midst of the war zone was a lone newcomer.
これ着るんですか
No shit.
What, is it a hat?
Don't wear this, it's a red dress.
Oh no. Yes, you must wear the red dress in the kitchen at all times. It hides the tomato stains.
It would be called the witch on the holy night. His voice wasn't easy, betraying how new he was.
気持ちはわかる俺もどうかと思うけど店長の言うことだからもう笑顔で乗り越えてく
Oh
れ
no, what weird thing is he
俺
having
も
them
商
wear?
店街の明日のためなんだとよ
Please wear the red dress.
本気で申し訳ないんだが雨も止んだしなんとか行ってきてくれないか無事帰ってきたら晩飯おごってやっか
Oh
ら
god, this made me feel more hungry than
Oh,
I
wait,
did.
man, is he having wear a mascot outfit?
Oh,
Is that what it is?
It's probably real. He's probably wearing a mascot outfit. Like, what would be like? Is this like a Chinese restaurant or something? What kind of restaurant is this?
I wouldn't really know.
Look at the food that's drawn. It's a Chinese restaurant, right?
It could be anything.
His bright orange coworker clasped his hands together as if begging for forgiveness as he saddled him with an unreasonable task. What does he look like? Whoa, look at that! Look at the city, bro. That's crazy.
Oh goodness, that is like San Francisco.
10 years ago, Misaki City was a town of farm and woodland. But everything had changed. The front of the station was now lined with tall, multi-story buildings. The original areas were simply full of apartment complexes. The once rustic scenery around the station had long become a thing of the past.
Can you imagine riding a bike down there?
Now he would go so fast, dude. You would like
You
die.
would actually die.
Oh my god! It's like slam into a building. Shiro.
Not even a building. You're like, because the incline is so steep, you basically collide with the floor at the bottom of the incline.
Like the concrete, like skid. Your face
Yeah.
is gone. Oh god.
Because you're going from a 45-degree angle straight face first to the ground.
San Francisco is like that. I remember I went there once. It's like that. Alright, Shironuzuka was the only place in the city that still contained vestiges of the old town, a pocket of the past inside the urban jungle. The road extended up on a conspicuously high hill, an old residential district far from the hustle and bustle of the train station. Long ago it had been considered unwise to build on high ground, so nobody lived above a certain elevation. Shironuzuka, sitting at the top of a hill in the middle of town, was no exception to that convention, and had no residences to speak of. The asphalt continued for some time and eventually gave way to the mountain road that was swollen to the cover of trees. A lone vending machine stood to mark the boundary between town and beyond.
Well, vending machine. That is the perfect gate. The thing to guard your city.
It's the perfect way to get into the best isekai. Vending machine in another world. Watch now. On Crunchyroll. Even the children
Not
knew.
Crunchyroll, they make you pay for it.
I pay for Crunchyroll, guys. I'm sorry. Even the children knew that there was nothing beyond the new playground development that was so enthralled by them. Well, that was not entirely true. There was nothing besides the haunted house.
The haunted house. Is it? Well, watch it be her house.
It's her house. Aoki Aozaki traversed the long slope. Below her, she can see the whole Misaki. The symmetrical town looked like a miniature set from this height. It would look like a painting if there had been a sea next to it, but unfortunately Misaki City was very much landlocked. While it was overcast in the moment, the scene was quite breathtaking on clear evenings. The view was the one thing that made Arya's climb worthwhile. Today, she had been denied even that.
ああ、雨の日は自転車も使えないし、
At 500 miles per
1
hour.
日に2回ぐらいバスでも通ってくれないもんかな。
I was about to say, yeah, she'll just go down the hill, just, yeah, speeding.
Alco had been using the road to get to school for almost 2 years now. The journey had never gotten easier.
Build some muscle, girl.
I know, you have stick legs.
あれ、鍵閉まったまま。
Which I don't think is a bad thing, but yeah.
I love my skinny woman. Come on, guys.
アリス。
Well,
ま
more
だ
like
帰ってこないん
deflation
だ
is just too much right now.
That is true. With a weary shrug, she pulled her hand on the rusty iron fence. Ooh. Quietly, the heavy gate swung open as to welcome her home. Is there an intruder? Oh no, is this the Moonlight Sonata?
What?
The
What is
song?
it with Type Moon and haunted houses? First they did that with Sakura's house, and now they're doing it with this one, where everything is just haunted.
Oh my god, it is the Moonlight Sonata. Or the Gymnopede number 3.
The who?
Gymnopede number 1. This is the song that plays when anything sad happens.
Oh.
The piano piece. This is getting copyright strike for real now. There sits atop of that hill a haunted house. That is how the story much shared around town used to begin. Oh yeah, her house is the haunted house, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it has to be.
But fresh rumors about the house had sprung to life almost as fast as the town's modernization. Despite being dilapidated and abandoned for many years, lights can be seen inside the house at night. An
Go
angry
figure.
murder of crows. I didn't know crows, a pack of crows was called a murder.
Yeah, that's always been a thing.
Often gathered atop the hill before mysteriously vanishing. Children get lost in the fog, never to be seen again. Late at night, a shrieking sound can be heard all the way to town. This particular piece of slander was one Alco wished to discredit the most. The final rumor was that of an eye-catching luxury car that sometimes made its way up and down the hill.
Her benefactor.
My benefactors. The rumors spread and grew by the day, and while they grew, the house that everyone thought had rotted away was restored over the recent years. Deep in the wood on top of a hill no one dared to approach, like a ruin shrouded from view, even on the brightest days, stood a relic out of time, a building from a fairy tale. Fairy Tale, the anime.
Oh yeah. I mean, sure, why not? They can just appear right now and everything will be fine.
Yeah, the house. Yes, that's the house. Was
It looks a
Konoji's
lot
mansion.
smaller from the outside.
It does. It kind of like
Like you saw that really long corridor, right?
it's probably
at the beginning.
somewhere there, or like sideways. Maybe it's like bigger and like the width instead of the length.
I don't know.
It's Konoji Mansion.
Kuonji.
Kuonoji. Konji. Kuonji. If only I could read the hiragana or katakana.
I mean, only if they were nice enough to put the little bits.
Oh well. Everyone in town knew about the witch's house on the hill. It was unabashedly a haunted house where Oko Awazaki resided, for reasons known only to her. Needless to say, it was not really haunted. The Koenji family home was a grand western-style mansion with a long and storied history. Storied history? Stretching all the way back to England. Whoa!
See, Tywin likes their western houses, their western mansions as well.
We
Tywin
love-
seems to really enjoy.
We love European history. All hail King Arthur. I mean,
Oh,
is there a
goodness.
way to like? Let me see if there's a way to add text outline. We put it in Japanese, but that's it. Oh, feels bad.
I was gonna say, it's like you would basically change all the text, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's some visual novels that put both at the same time, but I guess not.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was possible.
I think
Well, I mean, I know ones that like you can switch it by just pressing a key if you really needed to see a particular word.
Nico Para does that. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, and yeah, they do that.
Koenji family home was a grand western style. Oh yeah, that's what I said this. It was too small to be a dormitory, yet too big to be called a house. The main building contained as many as 3 normal houses worth of rooms, and was surrounded by a large, all-encompassing courtyard. The perimeter of the grounds was surrounded by a high iron fence covered in thorny vines. There was also an annex to the main building. Given such extravagance, it was no wonder that it inspired rumors. The town residents, the mere existence of such a lavish and out-of-place mansion on top of a hill was cause for suspicion. Rumors, lies, and slander were all prices paid for fame. With only 2 lodgers, it's hard to disagree with the perception that vampires might be living here.
Wow, they like their vampires as well, don't they?
I love vampires!
ま、私はともかく、アリスはそういうのやりかねないし。
Type Moon is like basically like the Twilight for Japan.
Oh goodness. I mean, they have as much drama sometimes.
That is true. She put her hand on the front door. It was a grand double door that would have paired well with a brass lock, yet it was secured with little more than a simple keyhole. A key butthole? Sorry.
What, really?
My mind, my 4-hour sleep.
No, this is you on a normal day. What are you talking about?
I guess so, yeah. You're not wrong. Pushing it open with one hand, she entered the supposedly haunted house. And by the way, if vampires were not enough to scare you, ghosts were known to appear on certain nights. Okay. And a ghost appears. Boo.
I don't know. I'd take a ghost over a vampire.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd say so.
But you can punch a vampire, but you can't punch a ghost.
Well, punching a vampire is kind of pointless, though.
That is true. But I love Monogatari.
Because the thing about, at least about ghosts, is that they're normally tied down to a certain spot, so as long as you leave the house, you're fine.
That's
A
true.
vampire will just chase you forever if he feels like it.
But I love Monogatari.
They don't have ghosts, do they?
They do have a ghost. Is Mayoi Hachikuchi?
Is she a ghost, though?
Yeah, she's a ghost. She's a ghost that got promoted. I guess.
Because I don't know what her, like, because her official title is the Lost Cow, but it's like, does that
Yeah.
count as a ghost?
Well, no, she's like a...
I feel like ghost in that series has no meaning, because everything is just weird. And
Everything's a
like,
spirit, everything,
yeah,
it's a
basically.
concept. But no, she's like a genuine ghost because she got ran over and then she became a ghost and whatnot. Right?
Granted, but people can still interact with her, so...
Well, I think only like spirits in Araragi. And like,
Well, yeah, basically other people who have close interactions with apparitions can see her
right.
and interact with her, otherwise you don't see her.
And people who are lost. Anyway, back to the dialogue. Much like the weather outside, the foyer was overcast with shades of gray. Perhaps by deliberate design, the architect had discerned not to include any lights in the entrance area. Or maybe he was
No,
just a very
it must
moody person.
always be dark when you walk in.
The ceiling was 2 floors high. The only light in the room came from the skylight. It was particularly gloomy on rainy days. On moonless nights, it was like the world itself ceased to be. Aoko decided the drawing room to the east would be a good place to rest, but knowing that she would not be able to relax until she changed clothes, she started up the stairs. The stairs climbed up the wall to the 2nd floor hall. There was a 3rd floor attic as well, accessible from the far end of the hall. She had never set foot in there in the 2 years she had lived here, though. The Kuonji mansion was more or less divided into 2 wings, east and west. Aoko had been given the entire east wing, but 2 rooms were more than far enough, as far as she was concerned.
More than enough.
I cannot read. She had no desire to open a door that would trap you into a storybook world, or lead to an attic that had only been used for storage these last 5 years. The same hallway again. Is that a picture frame at the bottom of the door? Oh well.
Oh.
Aoko's room was at the end of the east wing's long corridor. She had elected for a smaller room for no other reason than that she thought it would be easier to clean. Oh, you lazy, lazy girl. You girl failure.
Hey, that does make sense, though. Not, small space, less to clean.
That's true. I want a big room, so I have more to clean. It's therapeutic for me.
Well, no, you want the biggest room possible so you can hire a maid to clean for you.
Yes, yes. It was furnished with a large bed, a beloved mahogany desk, a wardrobe, chest for her clothes, and 2 9-shelf bookcases. That was the extent of what she brought from home. Her entire life of 16 years reduced to this. She'd also bought the next room down for her own purposes, and I won't tell you, it's a secret.
そうだ。アリスにもらった見張りと壊れてないかチェックしないと。
The watchtower you got from Alice? A whole
Wait,
building?
she just hands you a watchtower?
Giant ass watchtower. Ooh, vinyl. A phonograph. You know, this
Oh.
vinyl on a phonograph actually sounds horrible.
I mean,
It's like not that good.
I've never listened to one in person.
I've seen one on YouTube, so.
It's
She needed to see if the project she'd been working on online had borne fruit. Is it like a tiny diorama?
what do you mean?
Like the watchtower she's talking about?
It must be, you know.
The city next door served as a proof as the life she had been living for the last year, and how different the life was from the one she had lived before. It was not a room for a person she had been. It was a room for the person she would become eventually. A place of solitude she could only enter, or so she thought. Her magic workshop.
うわ、壊れてるどころか跡形もなく消え去ってる。
Robin.
やっぱ自己流アレンジはまだ早かったか。
So there was an actual just like
洗いなさいよ。
watchtower there.
Oh! Bird! Bird. The nosy neighbor that intruded upon her sanctuary flew away. Though exceptionally talented, Alko did not lack for effort. Was not afraid to fail. One could have mistaken her approach for optimism. It's her. Ooh, nice sweater. I like the accentuations.
Of course you do. It definitely does make them stick out more, huh?
Yes, it does. She changed out of her uniform and returned to the first floor. Weebs in video games. Oh my god, look at these jeans.
Jeans, oh.
Are they called jeans? I don't know. Down the stairs, she opened the door to the east wing into the corridor as dark as a cellar. The absence of windows meant it was pitch black with the lights on, so she flicked the switch and entered the nearby doorway. Imagine electricity you have for like this mansion. Goddamn. The
Oh my gosh, the Discord is dying right now.
You can barely hear me? Oh man.
Oh no, you just turned into a robot for like a good 5 seconds.
Luckily, I record mine locally.
Of course.
Life with electricity. I don't even imagine it. Well, look at that CRT. Ooh! God. You can play Melee on that, guys. Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah, in black and white.
It had been her idea to update the drawing room. They had color this time. They had color. The walls were decorated.
It feels like she would be overly old-fashioned, though.
That's true. The walls were decorated with extravagant patterns, and around the room were majestic large sofas. And a luxurious Persian rug.
Persian?
Persian, as in Pokemon. They skinned them alive.
Oh no.
Admittedly, it was a 30-inch television that seemed completely out of place. Instead of looking over the other...
30-inch?
This was 30 inches? Really? Oh, I guess that makes sense. It kind of looks like 30-inch.
30-inch... What is that, like 2 feet something?
Because like my monitor right now is 27 inches. And so... That would be 30 inch, yeah, I can see that.
Huh, okay.
Instead of looking over the other furniture like the emperor with no clothes. Okay. The mansion's owner would have rather done it without it, but to a commoner like Oko, it's an essential commodity.
Essential.
They had fought over its presence at first, but eventually came to an agreement and now mutually enjoy this modern comfort. Chairs.
Ah, yes, a modern comfort with these overly fancy chairs.
Yes.
Why do they keep focusing on this one part?
I love the house. We gotta talk about the house for a whole hour.
No. Whenever she shows up on screen.
Oh, yes. Tits. Now, in a somewhat pleasant mood, she wanted to brew some tea. She boiled some water in the kitchen, prepared a teapot, and made herself some black tea. Oh, God.
What?
Nothing. Give me a second.
Wait, did you want some black tea?
I'm having a dizzy spell.
Okay, so maybe you do need some black tea.
Phew. The flop, she sank to the sofa. She took a sip of her tea, then another.
As I transition to nighttime.
I know. Look at this nice area, this nice building.
They show it to us now because they are probably never going to show us it again.
And he immediately gets blown up.
Yeah, exactly.
Lulled by the ticking of the clock, she took a third sip as she pondered how to spend her afternoon. The sofa seemed to be inviting her, and she sunk even further into his comforting embrace. Oh,
Wait.
who's that? And we hit a 30-minute mark, so we'll find out who
Whoa.
that person in the next episode. Thank you for watching.
It can literally only be one person, though, can't it?
Is it Alice? We'll never know.
Well, we will know.
In the next episode. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.
Woo.
Woo!